What do you mean, you people?
What do you mean, you people?
Who are you people?
You people.
What do you mean, you people?
So I know Hamill's going to want to talk about sports, because that's a thing.
Yeah.
But, like, before we bleed into that, I have something. I want to start a Bring Back the Man movement. Seriously, I've been talking to a lot of women, and, like, the white man is the new white woman. Seriously, all they do is bitch and complain and talk about, like, how many steps they have in a day. Yeah. And I'm guilty of it. Like, I'm not going to pretend I'm not part of the problem, but the fact that I can recognize it.
Yeah.
Like, I want to do something to fix it. Like, how many of you in here besides me could, like, fix your car? Your car broke down tomorrow. Could you fix it?
I can do basic stuff, too.
Yeah, I can do basic.
What's basic stuff?
Like, change a tire, change the oil, air filter, stuff like that. But, like, anything crazy mechanic, I'm like, no way, man.
All of you can do all of these things. It's called YouTube. And, like, I removed the upper intake manifold off of my Jag and fixed all of that. That would have cost me like $900 at a mechanic.
Yeah.
And I have a comment on this, but keep going with this thought.
I get what you're saying, but it's a mentality thing. That's what it is.
Yeah.
You know, it's not the actions you do, because all of them dudes can probably change tires, shit like that. It's the actions. It's these motherfuckers. There's a burden to being a man, and it's that you have to. You can't be emotional. That's a woman's job to be emotional. You have to be logical, and give them logic to their emotions. Dudes out here more emotional than women. You getting shut down by more men on some man shit than the women. I expect the women to talk shit about what men do. I don't expect the dudes to do it. But dudes are stepping out there, and I'm like, Joe, you don't know what the fuck you doing. Because you coming at me for being a man. You trying to suppress what I'm fucking trying. My nature as a man. Because this woman. Because we feel bad what the fuck happened to women. We innately feel bad because that's what we supposed to do. We supposed to protect them. So we like, okay, you know, we buy into it. But now it's went too far to where it's like dudes sound like chicks. And it pisses me off.
All day, every day. It's driving me nuts.
Come give me some sugar.
And like I said, I'm guilty of it. I'm not going to say that, like, it's not a problem that affects me, but I can see it's a problem that affects me and how many other people it does affect.
But it's nobody wants to step out and be a man. Because that's what I was saying. Like, somebody said something about comedy, and I'm like, ain't no backbones, man. Ain't nobody willing to take the heat to say what's right. Everybody see is wrong, and you'll say it behind closed doors, but when it's time to get out in public and say it against what the problem is, you don't want the backlash.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who don't want, like, quote, the problem. They don't, like, you know, they don't want to, like, fucking, like...
But it's only a matter of time before they get drawn into it.
Yeah.
Because when you don't say shit, they just think that's compliance. So if you're in the area, or they call you out to defend it, and you trying to stay outside of it, and you don't, then you're the enemy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's only a matter of time before everybody becomes the enemy. So that's what I'm saying. Be who the fuck you gonna be. Because you're going to get exposed eventually. So if it bothers you, say, hey, I'm not cool with this. Because when you don't say shit, motherfuckers think they right. And they just keep going through it.
Yeah.
Remember when it was still socially acceptable to check people?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Dude.
Wait, like, we talking verbally check? Or we talking, like...
They took the ass whooping out the fucking equation, dude.
Yeah.
You need social justice. Motherfuckers need to get their ass whooped. That's why motherfuckers out here just, how the fuck, this shit pisses me off so much that a little punk ass white dude can go up and grab Terry Crews nuts, a fucking warrior, because this motherfucker got more money than him. Because it's all based off money now. It's not based off of, I have to be physically scared of this motherfucker because I'm just going to take you to court. I got no more money than you. I can just wait you out in court. And that's how I'm going to handle this. So you taking the ass whoopings out of the equation to where if I could whoop his ass, that motherfucker know, like, let me not do this shit because I don't want to get my motherfucking ass whooped. Same shit with women. Motherfuckers, a rapist gonna rape your ass. But if I'm a motherfucking father or boyfriend, I can't go fuck this motherfucker up because I'm gonna go to jail even though he done fucked you up. And I come get him, I'm gonna go to jail because I'm fucking him up. Did you see the one with the doctor that was fucking all them little girls? And the dude and his father was like, give me 10 minutes with this dude. And now the police gotta protect the fucking rapist from the father.
Well, is this the same guy that jumped the fucking...
Yeah, that's...
Which, by the way, he totally
case.
had coming. Fuck him. I mean, but also that guy, he was arrested, but they dropped all the charges on him, though. As far as, not the father of the guy who jumped the fucking thing.
Yeah, the father.
Not the fucking doctor. God, no, that guy's fucked for life. He's done.
Yeah. See, them the type of motherfuckers you need to get right there.
Yeah.
Them motherfuckers. That's a sick motherfucker, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's just they should. When you get caught doing some fuck up shit like that, put them in the room with the family. Just let them have 10 minutes. That motherfucker. Let them get some street justice. I'm telling you, they'll fear that more than going to jail. Motherfuckers will go to jail. They're gonna do get swole, read books, motherfucker. That's a goddamn. If you just rape the motherfucker, you just can go read books and get swole and shit. That's like a resort, motherfucker.
Yeah.
You need to be dealt with.
That guy though is gonna get fucking Dahmered. He's gonna get Dahmered. He's gonna get Jeffrey Dahmered. And by that I mean he's gonna be in his.
They protect them. No, segregate them from the population.
But yeah, I know. But there's gonna come a time where he's gonna have to go into general population like what happened to Dahmer. And Dahmer made it what 7 hours before some guy caved his head in with a fucking plunger.
Yeah, but it wasn't for what he had done. It was like he cut the dude in line or something.
Did
and
he?
Shivved.
I thought it was.
Yeah. It had nothing to do with the fact that he was.
No, he got his
a gay
head
man.
fucking bashed the fuck in. Like it was.
Yes, with like a metal lunch tray.
Yeah.
Well, you know, they do fuck up like pedophiles and motherfuckers that do shit to women when they go to jail because they got this weird sense of morality in there. Like, yeah, I killed 17 motherfuckers, but I ain't fucked no kids, so.
Oh, dude, I've seen locked
Dude, it's
up.
weird like
Yeah.
that.
It's a weird sense of morality they have, and that's how they
But
carry
it's
it out.
interesting. Like, where do you go? It's like all I did was fuck some kids. It's not like I did. What do you say? It's not like what's worse than molesting
Like
every
fucking
U.S.
more
gymnast for the last 25
Oh, that
fucking
dude's,
years.
yeah, he's gonna get fucked up in jail. It's just they have that fucking.
yeah.
They have that fucking that fucking weird hire. Because if you go in there as a drug dealer, you're fucking like they don't give a fuck or stupid shit like that or like whatever. But like take Patrice O'Neal's story. Like when he basically told the story of what happened. They're like, oh, you're fine, man. His story.
Shit, yeah.
But if he was like legitimately raping people, he'd be all fucking done.
Mm-hmm.
They would, yeah, because they don't put up with that shit, man. That's not something that you want to go to jail for.
What was your impetus for asking that? Now I'm just curious.
Yeah.
Because, like, the more I look at just men in general, the more just everyone seems to be bitch made on a huge scale. Like, seriously, like, I was talking to a guy the other day that, like, he seems like a manly man, and I was like, hey, man, can you fix your own car? Like, can you patch drywall? Can you do any of that shit? And he's like, no, I just pay someone else to do it. I'm like, why? Like, you work you work for all of your money unless, like, you inherited it. And even if you're making like $200 a minute or whatever, like you're still working for that money. Why would you just give it to someone else when it's something you're capable of doing?
Well, I mean, that's just the luxury. So, I mean, you're not going out hunting your food, too. I mean, you could look at it the same manner.
And you could look at a lot of things like that. Like, it's come up recently. Like, do me and the girl make a lot of money? No, but it's like we spend a day a week, like a full day a week, cooking, cleaning, like in one whole day. Like, we sacrifice that one day, and it's like to the point where it's just like, at what point is it worth it to be like, you know what, $60-$80 out of my pocket, somebody to just fucking vacuum and dust this joint, like fold my laundry, come in once a week? Like, you get to that point where it's like, how do you budget? Even like, we don't have the real money to be like, yeah, we got a fucking maid, but is it better time spent between the two of us doing something else than cleaning and cooking? And I love cooking, so I wouldn't let other people cook, but I fucking hate cleaning. I hate it. It is, for me, if I could afford it, it is worth $100 a week for somebody else to come in.
It's a luxury thing, but I get what you're saying, though. It's like, even if you can pay for it, they don't even have a sense of it. Like, they wouldn't even know how to do it if they had to. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
And it's like, I know people that, like, can't afford to pay for it, but still pay for it, and that blows my mind. Like, why don't you just read a fucking book?
And I think with men, you have to. I get what you're saying. Those are things that are naturally associated with being a man, fixing cars and building shit, this, that, and the other. But I think just with men, you just have a passion for things. It could be anything. It could be working on cars. It could be whatever. You know what I'm saying? As long as you have something that you can do. I just feel like you have to be able to do something. Motherfuckers don't know how to do shit. Like, if they don't have the services provided for them, they would just die. They wouldn't be able to do shit.
Yeah.
I know people that can't cook for themselves.
Like, I want to learn how to hunt. I want to learn how to hunt with a bow.
So basically, what you're asking,
like with a bow, like legitimately go out hunt, because I feel like it's not. I look at things in terms of nature. I feel like it's not fair for me to go out there with a rifle, and the fucking deer ain't got a rifle. Well, I feel like with a bow, you have to have skill to track the motherfuckers down, actually get a kill with it. I feel that evens the field out a little bit.
Deer hunting is having been both deer and bow hunting. it is the most boring.
Yeah, because
you sit in one place because their ears are better than yours.
Yeah.
So you have to sit there dead quiet in the middle of fucking winter. And with a bow, the real tough part is you got to draw that fucker back without making a sound.
That's why I want to do it because of the conflict that's associated with it to do it. Like I feel like the levels of feel. If I go out there in a perfect situation with a gun, I'm not hunting you. I'm just killing you. You know what I'm saying? Like it's unfair. So and I feel like
yes and no. There's still an aspect of hunting it. Like, just because you have a rifle doesn't mean you have to shoot it from 500 yards away.
But
like, you can still be just as close as you could with a bow.
Yeah.
And you still have to be just as fucking quiet and just as, like, dude.
I'm just saying, though, it's still
like, I've been hunting. That shit's a pain in the ass.
You know, you gonna wound him or something, but I just want to label feel. I want to get that man feeling from it. You know what I'm saying?
I got family back east, like in New Hampshire, that, like, my cousin Pat loves fucking hunting. He loves hunting. That's like his thing. And you're right. It's boring as fuck, though, man, because like, you'll be out there an entire weekend just standing in a fucking tree stand waiting and waiting and waiting. And
I legitimately had more fun ice fishing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
at least you can sit there and, like, drink and smoke the whole fucking time.
But I
like natural shit. Go out there like a motherfucker, man. Sit there, wait for that bitch, get the motherfucking kill.
Yeah. But basically, like,
you always bear together and drink beer and shit.
The question that you're basically asking though, Bear, right, is like, if shit hits the fan, can you hold your own? And a lot of these dudes can't. And I'm kind of in that same, like, I can do a lot of that stuff, but I know how to do it because I've done it for jobs. So like I just get bored with it. I just get like, oh god, I don't fucking want to do this shit, you know? Like I can cook for myself, but I'm like,
yeah, but like okay, let's say like civilization collapses. If you can get ingredients, you can cook for yourself, right?
Yeah. So like point you're making is a lot of people fucking can't. And it's like, why?
That's all I was saying is and it goes along with the demasculation of men, because like you need men to be aggressive and masculine if shit hits the fan. You need motherfuckers to go out and it's gonna be able to sit there for fucking a few days and hunt and shit like that and be able to kill it. That's like I said, that's the burden of being a man. That's why we built the way we are, because we have to go out in the natural sense, kill shit and bring it back to the women. Because you're a woman, you have to nurture your children. You have the children. And you fucking bleed a week out of month. So you can't be out there, goddammit. It is what it is. I hate to say it. I don't really hate to say it, but I hate that you have to hear it and you're going to judge me for it, but it is what it is. Like I say, we think because we got iPhone 8s, 9s, and 10s that we aren't compelled by nature to do certain things. We're animals nevertheless. And we're only the top of the food chain because we're just more capable. We're not smarter, we're more capable. We got opposing thumbs and shit. We stand upright, so we can do a lot more shit than animals can. But do you see the way animals maneuver? They adapt to us. They have to, or they die. So they're smarter. We're just more capable.
James, do you have a rebuttal?
No, I'm gonna hold off because I think smarter is the relative term there, because smart in their environment, right? So can we say even in a perfect world where we had the physical nature to be able to swim better than a dolphin still knows its environment far more than many generations of humans that can swim that well will ever understand it, for a lot of different reasons, whether it be evolutionary because they've picked up the way to hear and communicate through water, which we wouldn't have. But I think smarter, it's like we still have found a way to kill everything.
Yeah.
They haven't found a way to kill us other than I go in with my teeth.
That's because, like I was saying, that's because we're more capable. You have to be able to build shit. Fucking dolphin, what the fuck a dolphin gonna build? Like I said, opposing thumbs and being upright is amazing in terms of evolution.
Yeah, but the ability to use tools, and so like in
opposing thumbs, motherfucker. I just said
the ability to
Anteaters use tools.
Correct.
Say what?
Anteaters use tools. They don't have opposable thumbs.
And to think about, like, ants build bridges of themselves, granted, but they have these basic.
And if ants were the same size as us, we'd be fucked.
Oh fuck yeah!
Exactly.
We'd be done. It's
That's
all
what I'm
over.
saying.
They would like rip us in half.
Yeah, but if you made any insect the same size as us,
exactly, that's what I'm saying. It's like we have things over them that puts us over there, but it's not an intelligence thing. It's just a capability thing. We have the capabilities to build weapons that can kill massive amounts of them at one time.
Yeah, we were smart enough to figure them out too. Monkeys haven't figured out shotguns yet.
You give a monkey a shotgun, I guarantee you figure it out. Monkeys know how to talk.
Fair.
Yeah.
But they couldn't make one.
But it's in the. You right.
I want to see them fuckers forge steel. And
I'm not gonna lie, that's one of my
rifle a
favorite
barrel.
things to watch on YouTube is when African child soldiers give a monkey a gun thinking it's cute and then the monkey starts shooting them and shit. Like, all of it's sad across the board, but watching a monkey shoot someone that was dumb enough to give him a gun, that's Darwinism at its best.
But it's like I say, but if you
Like Tide Pods.
if you took the strongest motherfucker in the world, you put him in the fucking cage with an ape, and they were on equal footing, the ape would kill the motherfucker.
Oh, yeah, totally.
every time.
Dude, he rip your fucking face off.
Exactly.
Like nothing.
It happens.
Like opening a bag of chips, just fucking.
And that's why we are. That's why we're in society, because that's why power is based off money now. Because so many weak motherfuckers got into the matrix and now they controlling it. So now it's not about how strong you are. They took away the powers of the motherfuckers that were strong, and it's like, oh, I'm gonna send you to jail if you do anything to me. But I have a legal team that can fuck you in a way that you can't do anything to me, but I can fuck you mentally. It's bullshit.
Yeah, I mean,
I was like, I got nothing.
Yeah, I just feel like, dude, I feel like I'm pissed off that I feel like no one in Congress intimidates me. I can beat all them motherfuckers up. I just feel like nobody, if I could whoop your ass, you shouldn't be making laws for me. I should be making laws for you, bitch.
that'd be fucking hilarious. Mr. Armstrong goes to Washington.
Start beating up old congressmen.
We should really do that as a skit. Like,
yeah.
we should, like, record that. That is hilarious.
Kicks the doors open. Listen, motherfucker.
Like, you don't even have, you can say whatever you want, but you don't have to say anything. Like, Hamill can just come in and be like, I am Jake the Giraffe Hamill. I'm here with Anthony Armstrong, and he's going to take over Congress one fist fight at a time. And then I walk in the room, and everyone's like, oh, and then you walk in the room, and it's like, what? And then you just destroy people.
It's like some weird deranged John Wick.
Yeah. Jeez.
Just because that was what we were talking about, and I know Hamill desperately wants to talk about the night last night, but you know what? Let's pepper in some of these.
Okay.
So,
Oh, good lord.
to Anthony's point, German car makers tested toxic exhaust fumes on humans and monkeys.
Oh, the Germans and their gases.
I mean, that's pretty solid. Like, that's a joke of the night so far, but ooh, I even know what this is about. Like, I understand the science in
Is
this.
this about
like,
the fucking Volkswagen whole faking the test thing?
Perhaps.
Yeah.
I don't know. That guy's a special kind of stupid.
Yeah.
Man, please, man.
Oh no, that guy's brilliant, man. They cheated the system so well for so long, and then they finally got caught.
Yeah.
The only reason they got caught is because they figured they would cheat the system forever. They never bothered to fix the problem.
Oh,
But it was the guy, the American, albeit German American, that, like, it was the Grand Tour that was talking about this past week, where he was in Germany, and he's facing, like, arrest as soon as he comes back to the States on this. And so what does he do? He takes a 2-week vacation in Florida, and they arrested him when he got off the plane. It's like, how about you change your destination?
You have you seen that Netflix thing, Dirty Money?
I have not.
I just seen, I didn't watch it, I just seen it today, but it talks about that, like that Volkswagen thing, and it's just about like how it's pretty much like these corporations are just like, they're the mafia, and they're bullying motherfuckers, and they're making money off of people, and they're doing shit to motherfuckers, and it's like, what the fuck you gonna do?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're so big they can't go to jail. They're unjailable.
Yeah.
I can't wait to watch it though. Just some more conspiracy shit from my mind.
There's a dude who writes for Rolling Stone. He wrote a book. His name is Matt Taibbi, about like just like the drug laws and how they're enforced differently and all that. He the same day that HSBC, the bank, got busted for money laundering in Mexico, blatantly, by the way, there were branches in Mexico that had glass, like bulletproof glass for their tellers, but like had a slot perfectly made for a fucking suitcase. Like, they were blatantly doing this shit. Got busted for it, paid, I think, an $895 million fine or some shit like that, but no one went to jail. That same day, he's in a courtroom, Matt Taibbi is, that same day, and a dude in the Bronx got busted with a joint and got like a fucking like 15 days in jail.
Yeah, it's not.
And it's like, what?
Dude,
What?
That's the thing. It ain't fair. These motherfuckers run your shit, and it ain't shit you can do about it, man. Yeah. It is what it is. Like, you stuck in it, and ain't nothing you can do. All you can do is be upset about it. All you can do is try to make it up there with them motherfuckers. That's it. That's all you can do is try to match them. You'll never make it up there, but you can get a little money to where you can kind of pull yourself out the equation a little bit more. That's all you can really do.
Shit's bleak.
What do you think the magic number is?
Of money?
Yeah.
To make it?
Gotta have $1 billion.
I would say
At
$1
least.
billion. Yeah. Billion. It's not even in this. It's not even money wise. It's just you have to have something that they want.
Yeah.
You have to have something they want. Like you can be Oprah, be a billionaire, and just not out in the equation. But if you're fucking, let's say you're Mark Zuckerberg, now he's part of the equation because he created Facebook, and Facebook is so influential.
Yeah.
So they want that because they motherfucking, who was that? It was one country came to him and was up there like, we need you to block these motherfuckers, and he had to do it.
Wow.
That's how powerful this motherfucker is. 20-some years old, he got grand ministers of countries coming to him saying like, "Hey, we need this favor from you." Okay, I'll give you a favor. Tell you about it. Yeah, it's dude. That's what it is.
So who is they?
Oh, God.
They.
Oh, sorry, James. Did you see that one coming? You were hoping I would let it go?
Yeah, I did. Go ahead. I'm gonna have to turn
Well,
my mic off.
in that situation, I'll talk about the corporations.
Okay.
Just the corporations in general. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know who they are, man. Because we don't know. I just feel like we don't know. Because they give you misinformation to think you know, but you really don't know. And a lot of shit is plain and in your face, so you really just don't know. You motherfuckers don't know until they go know. And I don't. You never will know because you'll never know. Because if we find out who they are and everybody has a problem with they, then I think that be sound like, okay, let's get them motherfuckers. That's what we need to get. But so they ain't gonna reveal themselves. They'll give us pawns and say, oh, it's that person. It's that person. But we don't never know it. But like I say, it's too far up the ladder, dude. You ever get anywhere near doing anything to them, you gonna get killed. They gonna kill you, man. And ain't nobody gonna know.
Sure?
They gonna fucking kill you, Joe, if you even get close. So it is what it is.
Ugh. It's fucking.
All right, animal.
No, what? No, I'm not.
No, we been going.
I agree with you. I'm just saying,
we-
shit's fucked up.
He think you about to shit your pants because you want to talk about the Patriots.
Oh no.
No, I know that this is gonna run its course.
Yeah.
So last night was the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it was.
The Patriots losing for the third time.
Oh yeah.
Hamill known.
Yeah.
Known Patriots fan to the point where I have heard him repeatedly say he would suck Tom Brady's dick and it would be a civic duty.
Yeah. It would not be gay at all.
That would be a no homo. Like
That
you
would be
literally
no- yeah.
like no homo.
No homo. It's for Boston. It's for.
I was gay than a motherfucker, Joe.
Brady asks me, you do what Brady asks.
You have admiration for the man's skill.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, he brings you champion. Okay, here's the problem I have with people who hate Boston sports is that they think we always win. Listen, when I was a kid, up until like my fucking 20s, my early 20s, we didn't win dick. And then when we fucking did get to the if we did have an opportunity to win something, we would lose in like the most fucking heart fucking breaking ways. Like the '86 World Series, we lost because of Bill Buckner and all that shit. The '90s, 1990s, fucking Bruins made the fucking Stanley Cup Finals. They got fucking ran the fuck over by the Edmonton Oilers back in the day. What else? The Patriots going to the Super Bowl and getting just fucking destroyed by the Packers and the Bears. The Bears just wiped their ass with us and fucking threw us away in that Super Bowl. It wasn't even fucking close. But like we would just lose these, the Celtics weren't doing shit either. So it's like through most of my childhood and teenage years and all that, we didn't win dick. And then all of our rivals just started winning. Like the Yankees won all those titles and shit like that. And it was fucking miserable. And then we start winning, and everyone's like, "You guys always win." I'm like, "Listen, this is new to us too, okay?" Like I'm sorry, But yeah, so them going to the 8th Super Bowl is fucking crazy. I'm not gonna deny that. But like the way we lost that game, fucking, it wasn't as bad as some asshole catching a ball off his fucking head. I'm looking at you, James.
That's my team.
Yeah, that's his team.
Two times.
That's when you know God hates you. It's like
Utah.
It's
Give me
like
two.
you about to sack Eli Manning on 3rd down with like a minute left in the Super Bowl, and he shakes out of it somehow and just heaves a blind throw, and a dude catches it off of his goddamn head. That's when you know you're like, yeah, we're not winning this game.
So what was your problem with the game yesterday?
It wasn't anything like that's the weird thing. The 2 Super Bowls that we've lost, that one with the head catch.
There's
and the
three.
second,
There's three
Well,
that
I
you
know. I'm
lost.
getting to it. With the 2 against the Giants, I'm talking about, asshole.
Spoiled
Each
their
one is
perfect-
very specific.
No, we spoiled
James.
the Giants spoiled their perfect
Both-
season, which
yeah.
is the thing that I will forever hang my hat on. on.
And because as fans, we're so like, oh no, not again, is like in our DNA as sports fans, as Boston sports fans. Because whenever we see something happen, we're like, oh fuck, like Pedro Martinez being left in Game 7 of the ALCS in 2003. Like we're like, I guarantee you, 95% of New Englanders were yelling at their television, "Take him the fuck out of this game! What are you doing?" Not like after the fact when he blew it. It was like while it's going on, we're like, "What the fuck? No!" Like, but like that's what we are. We're very hypercritical of our own shit, and the fact that with that catch, the second game, to catch the Mario Manningham. That was like thrown into a window that was like just exactly the same size as a football. Like it wasn't. He had no fucking space for that throw, and he made it. It's like a 50-yard fucking throw, and he hit him on a dime, just bang. And that's when we knew, like, okay, this game's fucking over. Like we just knew it. I knew it. Like it was done.
So when did you know the game was over last night?
I knew it last night because I
Fumble shit.
Yeah, the fumble.
Fumble.
I was outside smoking a cigarette. Like that game was like back and forth the whole time, and I'm getting nervous because I'm like. I'm really passionate about it, but I'm also getting nervous.
I wasn't even nervous.
Yeah.
I got faith in Brady. Last year, you did the same shit when it was down. And you know, oh my God. I'm like, dude,
well,
it's fucking Brady, Joe.
Yeah, true.
And what they do, I tell motherfuckers, New England beat you in the second half.
Yeah.
They let you go on, show everything you're going to do. Okay, we down. We don't give a fuck. We can march up and down this field. And they went down the field 3 times. Brady... Two minutes each time. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
3 times. And they was finna do it again.
Yeah.
That pass that got knocked out of his hand, that was a touchdown pass. He was finna toss that bitch down the field.
Yeah.
And it is what it is. That was a good game.
But like the moment I was outside smoking a cigarette and I look out, I look into the window, into the bar, looking at the television, and I see the fumble happen. And Jake Becker, comic in Denver here, looks at me and goes, "Oh my God, I just saw the life leave Hamill's eyes." That's what he said to me.
But
yeah.
But look how much respect Brady commands.
Yeah.
He got the ball back.
Yeah.
It's motherfucking 1 minute. It wasn't even 1 minute. It was what, 39 seconds left.
Yeah.
Brady get the ball. The fucking stadium is quiet because they like, this Brady.
Yeah.
They down by 8.
Yeah.
He can do this. That's how much respect this man
Totally
deserves, and he gets quiet. You know, any other team, any other game, 39 seconds, everybody celebrate. Woo!
Yeah, it's fucking over.
They're like, yo, this Brady, we can't celebrate.
Yeah.
So I respect the man, and motherfuckers. And let me tell you, fuck y'all that's talk about some, oh, he didn't shake Nick Foyle's hands. Fuck Nick Foyle's hand. Fuck his hand. Why you want me to shake his hand? I'm at that point, Joe. People don't understand. First of all, I don't like when people that never play sports talk about the emotion in sports. People don't understand how emotional sports are, and that's the biggest game of your career right there. Come on, that's emotions. Why the fuck I gotta fuck this dude hand?
I disagree with that.
I know you do, because you're a white dude. Y'all like that shit. Fuck his hand.
The producers.
Because it's like it's just like this. No, what you need to understand. No, I just don't like the backlash. Say what the fuck you want to say, but now it's like, oh, he a bitch because he didn't shake his hand. Oh, you trying to pressure me to shake his hand? You can't pressure me to do shit. If I want to shake his fucking hand, fuck his hand.
I'm fine if he makes that decision. But here's my thing: is we're all brought up. I mean, most of us, I assume, played some kind of sport or some competition-based thing growing up, and you lose fucking gracefully. I know you're all.
That's the bullshit. That's some social shit that you told you have to do. Why the fuck I got to lose gracefully?
And going back to our earlier point, that's what separates us from fucking animals. Is the fact that we can take a kick in the nuts and be like, all good.
See, that's that shit. That's that shit that you've been told. Turn the other cheek and be this type of dude. Fuck that. If I don't want to shake his hand, we don't know what type of relationship they got outside of football. Maybe they don't like each other for real. Okay. You don't know.
Okay, you're getting me hot now.
I agree, man. Like, I never played a sport. Like, the closest I came to competitive anything was when I started street racing at 16. And you don't shake the hand of the guy that you beat, and you don't shake the hand of the guy that beat you.
Yes, and this is the same reason that there's now a culture of, like, that motherfucker wronged me and shoot his ass. How about, hey, we can't...
No, you can't make a jump from I don't want to shake his hand, I'm going to shoot someone.
This is what it is.
It happens all the time. Motherfuckers scuff my
sneakers. If I don't want to shake your hand, I don't shake your hand, you don't give a fuck about it. We both go each other's way.
If that was actually what happened in practice, and in the reality at the Super Bowl, that's exactly what's going to happen. Does Nick Foles give a fuck? Hell no.
It's everybody
And if
else.
it does, that's a whole different fucking problem. But in life, that's what you're supposed to do. Is like, hey,
Look at that. You're just supposed to do.
Why are
You're
you supposed to do
it? Who
because
told you
that's how
that?
society fucking works. If you don't
Oh
have
my
that,
God!
motherfuckers get shot.
Oh, but this is the society working where white men are now white women and the super bitch-made version of it, and people freak out over anything that makes them upset. This is the worst society to fucking be in outside of, like, North Korea.
It is because we shoot each other when shit doesn't go right
You
for
say
us.
we shoot each other, but is anyone
do
in this
as an
room shot
American
anyone else
people.
in this room?
No, I
Let me
How
tell you
many-
something.
how many
Let me
shootings
tell you
a year?
something. We shoot each other now. You know back in the day when everybody had guns and you could shoot a motherfucker for real, motherfuckers wasn't getting shot.
Okay,
And that's when we go back to the street justice. You took that out the equation, so now motherfuckers are getting to the point. It's too much emotion. These are dudes. They don't know how to settle shit through talking. And then because you have this social thing to where it's like, I don't know if you got a gun, you don't know if I got a gun, so I'm gonna keep a gun and I'm gonna shoot you if it comes to it. But if everybody had guns and everybody had a mentality to where this is a man, I'm gonna respect that man as such, we can have a disagreement. And if we can't, then fuck, somebody got to die. It is what it is. Or somebody get to get their ass whooped.
That's
If
extreme.
it was just
That's
that,
sad.
if it was just that last thing you said, I would be 100%. If somebody's like, this motherfucker fucked with me, and I'm gonna go punch him in his dumb face. If that was the way that this worked, I would be all on board. Unfortunately, we're point and click society at this point. It's easier to do this than it is to like throw a punch. I might hurt my hand.
That's what I'm saying. It's the mentality of it all. That's what I'm going back to. We teaching motherfuckers the wrong shit. We get to this point to where we're trying to mix things up, but we aren't. As a man and as a woman, you have natural requirements that you have to do. You have things that's asked of you from nature that you have to adhere to. When you get away from that, the pool gets diluted. And everybody's going crazy because you want to adhere to your nature because it's calling to you, but society says you can't be this. That's why motherfuckers is fucked up in the head.
This is too black and white though. That's the only problem. It's like either like it's like shake his hand or fuck that dude. Like there's a middle ground. That's you know what I'm saying. Like I'll give you a perfect example.
Exactly. There should be a middle ground. Why is it the end of the world if I don't want to shake this fucker's hand?
Yeah, no, it's only the end of the
And it's
world
nobody-
in the perception of those of us looking in, not
But
those
that's
people
the thing.
in the scenario.
But it shows you the way people think, though, and that's dangerous.
Yeah.
Because instead of someone going to this man and say, "Hey, man, Brady, why don't you shake his hand?" Now, if you go to shake his hand, you're like, "Fuck that dude, I don't give a shit." Then we like, "Hey, Brady, you just don't give a fuck." Or maybe you say like, "Man, you know that dude talks some shit about my wife, so I don't really fuck with him like that." That's a whole nother situation.
Right.
Yeah.
We don't know, but you see it, and it doesn't go along with what they told you you're supposed to do, so you get automatically offended.
But I'm gonna.
I swear to God, because people are programmed to be upset as soon as something doesn't fit the narrative.
Yeah.
As soon as something doesn't fit the narrative, everyone's programmed to get upset. That way, everyone keeps to the fucking narrative, whether it's real or makes sense or any of it, because that's what everyone's programmed and conditioned to fucking do.
Yeah.
No, we'll get to that. No, I know it flashed up there real quick.
But back to that game thing, right? But back to the game. The one thing that pissed me off the most about the entire game, and I'm not saying that this is why Philly won. Philly just beat us fair and square. They we couldn't stop
game.
them at all, man. It was fucking terrible, and they just ran us.
You
the
know
fuck
why
over.
they won is because unlike every other fucking team that plays the Patriots, they didn't commit stupid fucking penalties.
And also, they kept their foot on the fucking gas.
yeah, they didn't do stupid shit. They had
didn't play-
fine hype kind of
Yeah.
shit, like offsides shit like
They
that.
didn't,
But
they
you know
didn't
what?
outthink themselves. They almost did a couple
But
times.
everybody gets like the Patriots have a knack for frustrating the fuck out of a team to the point that they start making mistakes because
Yeah.
they're so fucking angry
Well,
about
because
it.
they
And it's
play-
like the Eagles, despite the Philadelphia fucking mentality, actually kept their shit together.
Yeah.
Right up until the game was called and then Philadelphia got torn to shreds.
But the one thing that got me, and I'm not like I said before, it's not that I'm saying this is why we lost, or if he was in, it would have been different. But Malcolm Butler, like, why is he not in this fucking game? He played.
I respect that though.
Why though? Like,
I respect Belichick's decision.
yeah,
to
you
put
know,
him out.
and that's yeah.
So give some context.
Okay.
Why
Yeah,
wasn't
because I
Butler
didn't
there?
watch
'Cause
any
no-
of the game. I don't
okay,
even
so
know what we're talking about. However, I'm going to throw this out real quick.
Yeah.
How good were the Philly 911 calls last night?
Oh, fantastic. And the police blotter kept me up all night.
So we did that for the Chicago Cubs World Series too. It was
Yeah, we
fucking
did.
awesome. Anyway, what happened was, okay, game starts, right? National anthem's being sung. all of a sudden they pan over to Malcolm Butler, and he's just fucking losing it. He's crying his eyes out. And I was like, what the fuck? And then it starts to come out that he's not fucking starting as a cornerback. He's not starting. And this guy, Rowe, who's like the third string dude, because it was like, I think Butler was the second string guy, gets tapped on the shoulder right after the national anthem. He's like, you're starting. So he had no idea either. He's like, okay, like I'm starting now. Butler did not play a single defensive down the entire game. He played special teams a little bit, but he did not play a single fucking defensive down. And he played 98% of your fucking plays this year. So, like, what's up? Like, why did you bench this fucking guy? No one knew. No one could fucking put a finger on it. And I thought it was maybe like they lost faith in the fucking guy, but it's a kind of a weird time to lose faith in a guy. You know, it's the last game of the year.
It was because he came in late for curfew and he had marijuana or some shit, right?
Yeah. And he got busted for that and then had a meltdown on the coaches, I guess, that night. And my biggest fear about the whole situation is that people are going to twist this into being like, well, you need to have weed in the NFL. Yeah. Like, yeah, but that's not that isn't what we're talking about here. I agree with you. I totally agree. Pot should be legal in the NFL. It's helping these dudes out with like their concussions and all kinds of shit like that. It's helping them have normal lives. Plus, a lot of players that I've read who've been high during games have had like the games of their fucking life, which is impossible. Because when like we've all been high here and played video games or whatever or sports, and there's that eye of the tiger high you get. You know what I mean? We've all had it, and I think some guys benefit from that. But anyway. That the argument here is basically like how fucking, if this is true, how fucking stupid is Malcolm fucking Butler right now? The night before the Super Bowl.
So let me get this straight, because I'm learning all of this. I want to make sure I understand. So Malcolm Butler was supposed to play for the Patriots.
Yeah, he's their starting corner.
And he got caught. I'm assuming the day before the Super Bowl.
The night before,
he broke hotel curfew.
Yeah.
Well, no,
and he got
curfew.
caught. Whatever. And he got caught with weed.
Yeah. And then when confronted, like lost his shit on the coaches.
That's
a kid throwing a temper tantrum.
Yeah, I respect the decision because these players have to know that there is a
higher. There has to be consequences.
I do now too. If this is true, totally. I'm with the Belichick. This is a smart move, and you forced his fucking hand. He had to do something. But at the same time, like some people are going to twist this into like, well, marijuana should be legal in the NFL. Yes, but. You gotta
But it's not.
But it's not. Yeah, totally. That's an argument. This whole thing, though, is about somebody who just... There's fucking rules, man, and you broke one, and you fucked up. And also, be a little bit more fucking discreet about it, man. Like, why the fuck are you bringing it back to your hotel? Why?
Because it was dank and I want to smoke some tomorrow. Do you know how hard it is to get weed in Minnesota?
He plays for the New England Patriots. Massachusetts has legal weed now. And he's gonna be leaving tomorrow. He's not sticking around. Like,
dude, why are you trying to figure out what this grown ass man did? He made a mistake. Game over.
But it's just stupid. Like, why are you bringing it back?
Because Hamill cares.
Yeah.
So this level of passion and anger and confusion, I go through like 5 times a week with him about the state of Denver comedy.
Hamill is emotional.
On that note, one day we're gonna have to do a fucking call out on Denver comedy.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And you can excuse yourselves as necessary, but holy shit, the amount of stuff I've had to hear between you and prior comics that have lived with me, because my house is somewhat known as the house for wayward comics. And it's a lot of like disenfranchised anger.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh.
Because ain't nobody speaking out, man. Say that shit.
Yeah.
Just say it. But this is my thing.
Ooh.
See, stop.
Okay. I want to hear yours, and then I'll give you my stance on Denver comedy.
People need to stop trying to be everybody's fucking friend. I'm not here to be nobody's friend. I'm here to get ahead. If you want to fuck with me, fuck with me. But if you don't, I don't give a fuck, because I'm trying to carve my audience down. I'm not trying to make everybody laugh. When I go to a show, if everybody laughs, I'm like, I'm not doing my job. I need somebody in that motherfucking audience to be looking at me like they want me to fucking die. Because I want the motherfucker make you think about what the fuck I'm saying. I don't want you to laugh at everything. I want the motherfucker, because I'd rather have a show to where it's 5 motherfuckers laughing hard as fuck and everybody else silent than everybody just say, oh, that's good. You know what I'm saying? That's the way I do it. So I'm trying to get ahead. So I'm going to cuss you the fuck out and I'm going to keep on moving. If you don't want to fuck with me because I cuss you out, then fine. Somebody else will. Because I believe in my talent, and that's what it is. Bet on your talent. Stop trying to force motherfuckers to put you in slots you don't belong in or you don't deserve.
Yeah. I mean...
So this is the theory that I gave Hamill on Denver comedy. and I don't know if he listened to it or not because he was pretty high.
I was very
pretty
high. Very high.
But
right now.
so I asked Hamill because he's always coming at me about some new drama in comedy. And I asked him, I was like, Hamill, why do you care so much? And he goes, because it was something that was so great and it was so magical. And I get that. Like, when I started, Denver comedy was not what it is now. And I was like, Hamill, you have to treat this like a relationship. Denver comedy is not the woman you fell in love with. This is now a crazy bitch with 2 kids that aren't yours. And she is pissed off about everything. And you just got to walk the fuck away and let that crazy bitch be a crazy bitch somewhere else.
Yeah. You can't do anything, man, but you have to speak out. You have to, as long as you righteous about what you're saying. Like, I don't do shit to people just to do shit to people. You know what I'm saying? I don't. You come at me, I'm gonna let you know what the fuck is up, and that's it. If I have to cuss you the fuck out, I'll cuss you the fuck out. If I got to put my hands on you, I will do that. But I don't want to do that. I'm not gonna come after you to do that. But if you approach me with it, I'm gonna handle it at that particular point. I'm not gonna shout down from you because I ain't no bitch, and I'm gonna you gonna respect me for the way I want to be respected. If you don't, then don't fuck with me. That's your option.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but I mean, yeah, I don't know. It's just, it's you. Damn it! Dude.
Sorry, I had to open that door. There's gonna be a whole episode dedicated. We're all just gonna sing "Kumbaya."
Yeah, have him smoke a peace pipe. Like, no, I'm just involved in some recently. I'm not gonna go into it because it's kind of weird and it involves some fucking people that I don't want to talk about right now. But I made a shitty post and then I took it down. And then me and that person that I made the shitty post about, because I was wrong on some shit. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I did throw something out there that because I thought the rumor that I heard about me was like a mean girl thing, but in reality it was true. Like, it was fucking weird. But like, I called this chick out.
None of these people are listening to this show, Hamill.
Yeah,
what's going on?
I don't want to name names. I'll tell you later.
Don't believe that. Don't believe that because motherfuckers
So how?
watch
Well, let me fucking finish. Shut the fuck up, please.
It take you so long to tell a story. Just
I know.
that bitch, man.
I know. Goddamn.
Oh, Jesus.
What I do is I took it down and then I just talked to her personally through fucking Messenger. We worked it out and we're fucking cool now and everything's fine. And I think that's what the problem is, that no one does that shit. No one. If you got something fucking, if someone's bugging you, you talk to the person. You'd be surprised what the fucking happened. And no one wants to do that. That's the fucking. I think that's part of the problem.
They don't want to do that, but they want to make subliminal posts on Facebook.
Yeah.
That shit won't get you slapped the fuck up.
Yeah, talking fucking doesn't hurt anybody.
So wait, when is your next round of chemo?
Oh, god damn it! Fuck you. Yeah. Yep. So that I had to.
Without dropping names, can we at least explain the backstory, like name free?
All right. Basically, someone said.
Here, let me give you a condensed version. Hamill got put on a show on Standby, and the person that was not put on that show on Standby was told that it was because Hamill was dying and this might be his last show. And then Hamill was confronted by a third party over a year later.
Yeah. Almost. Oh yeah.
And that is what all of this stems from.
Yeah. It's such an old story that came back. Like, the fuck? Is that you?
Yeah.
I thought it was part of the fucking thing. Man.
I was going with it.
Yeah. Yeah, but no, it's it's when we worked it out though. That's why
Hamill was. I told Hamill.
Did you talk to the third party, or did you talk to the person that did not perform, or did you talk to the person?
I talked to the person. I talked to the person who did not perform because that person did not like. That person was confused as fuck. Cause like, and I can see your point. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'd be pissed off too if someone told me like, oh, that dude has cancer, and then like 6 months later, you see me walking around, I'm fatter, I got hair. You know, like, you know what I mean? Like, none of this makes sense. And you're like, this lying motherfucker, and I have no idea this is happening. So, you know, that's
to
what
be fair.
Yeah.
If you had like skin cancer, you could still get fat and have hair.
Really? I mean, but you gotta do chemo.
If you got
shit.
like colon cancer, maybe. Well, tons of people treat cancer without chemo. You're just making stereotypes.
Jacob
based
was
on your
being
perception
fucking
of
sensitive.
everything.
I told you to leave that shit alone.
I know,
Joe, it don't even matter.
Hey, dude,
like,
it touched a weird nerve. I'm not gonna lie.
You're sensitive, nigga. Touch your sensitive nerve. That's what it
Yeah.
touched, motherfucker. I told you. When I see your eyes, I'm like, he ain't gonna
So
be
this is where that Hamill needs to divorce Denver comedy thing came from, is because like I spent like 3 hours
Yeah.
getting high and just talking you off the ledge that day.
Yeah. No, it's but you can't walk away from it completely. But I mean, whatever. I mean,
Look, let me tell you what. Let me tell you about Hamill. Hamill is a little angry ass white man
Uh-huh.
that has a need to be liked, so he doesn't express himself the way he should. And so he does shit and he gets emotional about it, and then he wants to talk about it instead of just being the mean little white fucking man that he needs to be. So he can be okay. That's it.
I'm a very conflicted person.
Yeah. Just be a mean little white man. Just be righteous about your anger. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, I could do that, I guess.
Stop trying to conform. You a little weird white dude with a lot of anger. Just let it out. And you from Boston? Y'all known for being assholes. You out there trying to be motherfuckers' friends. Fuck these people.
Oh, Boston. So yeah, it's been a fun weekend.
Although it is good at the end of the day, because it's something in my travels and talking to all the comics is so rare that you get the opportunity to actually have a dialogue with the person that's causing the problem.
Yeah.
And you just live in this sort of weird ether of being angry at people when you realize, like, if these two ever actually sat down and like smoked a bowl or had a beer or just whatever, they'd realize that they're on the same side of this.
No, some of these bitches are crazy.
No, I know. I totally understand that.
Yeah.
But this is like the rare instance where it's like that happened and it was like, oh shit, yeah, we're both wrong or we're both right. And
that's the way it
not
should
an
happen.
issue.
That's the way it should happen. Let me come to you and see if we can't hash this out without it being a thing. And then if it needs to be a thing, then I know it needs to be a thing. I'm not just assuming it needs to be a thing without talking to you. Because, you should always approach a motherfucker and say, hey, I got this issue with you. What can we do to resolve this? Can we resolve it? We can't? Okay, then it is what it is. But motherfuckers would rather go out and just slander a motherfucker in public, and you don't even really know what the fucking deal is.
I hope we get comments on this YouTube
jeez.
video. You guys need a girl in there. And on that note, I think that this goes to just about everything that we've been talking about. Our next headline, emotional support peacock denied a seat on a United flight.
What I love about this one was they showed the peacock, but they didn't show who tried to bring it on, and everybody was trying to figure out if it was a white woman. That's all everybody cared
I'll
about.
tell you right now.
It is not a white woman. It is not a white woman because a white woman would not be able to maintain a peacock.
Bullshit. Peacocks live on farms in the Midwest. Always have. I'll call my girl. She had peacocks.
Yeah.
Like I didn't.
Fair,
I
but
didn't
would your girl try and claim it as a support animal and take it on a United flight?
Fuck no, because you'd be like, that's an animal.
Thank you. So anyone that would try and have a peacock
It's a white woman.
You gotta ask these days because you don't know, because niggas is doing some weird motherfucking shit that we ain't never used to do before, man. I remember when they first found out the motherfucking dude, the black dude was a sniper. Ooh, niggas was so depressed. We like, God damn, this ain't nigga shit.
Lee Malboy. Was it Lee Malboy or something like
That
that?
was a DC sniper, right?
Yeah. It was like, damn. But that was the one that hid in the trunk, right?
Yeah.
They opened that trunk up, niggas was so disappointed.
But this is the next evolution of straightening your hair and blonding it? Is that like, this is Beyonce?
Well, you know what it is? It's white culture. Culture leaks into other cultures. It's just back and forth. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
Yeah.
what were you gonna do? You look like you're reaching for something.
I'm running too many things.
Oh yeah, James. Give it up for James. Give it up for James. Man. James got that.
Playing with technology, stirring the
drinking
pot.
beers and shit.
This is fucking crazy. Like, I mean, come on, man. Get a fucking dog or something, man. What the fuck?
Now, okay, did she pay for a ticket for the bird?
No, you do not
No.
pay for that. And
No.
I have
No, yeah.
evidence. I have an experience recently.
Yeah.
So I get on a flight to Florida for Christmas, and I'm in the very back row of, I think it was an American Airlines flight, and the girl that's sitting across the aisle from me comes in with like 100-pound golden retriever, and it says emotional support animal on its vest, and I'm like, really? And then she proceeds to spend the entirety of the time while we're taxiing to try to coax this 100-pound dog to fit in the underseat storage in front of her. And I'm just sitting there, this is not happening. I don't care what the fuck you do, you're going to break this animal's back to fit it in there. Until finally she had to like talk to the guy sitting next to her in the center seat. Is like, the dog's going to like be under your feet, and he's just like, I don't really know what's up with dogs. And I don't think he'd ever flown before, so he probably thought this is just normal because he was sort of said, he's like, yeah, it's my first time flying. He was like from Idaho or something. And I'm like, wow, you really got the shit end of the stick on this one. Like,
That is rough.
but it was, how, I'm sorry, a cat
Dude, we need to. This is what pisses me off. People do shit. We don't address the issue. Why do you need an emotional support animal when you have human beings all around you that you avoid at all costs? That's what we really need to figure out. Why the fuck do you need something that does not judge you for the fucked up shit you do? That when you do something fucked up, it can't say, "Hey, you fucking up right now." That's all it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's all it is.
Can't say anymore.
It's just dumb. That's just, I mean,
I hate people so much.
yeah.
Nah, it's just
This is someone just being an asshole.
This is why I tell people, don't get mad at people because it's not their fault, man.
Yeah.
People are just fucked up. They've been conditioned to be fucked up, man. But you have to tell people. You have to say, "Hey, man, that ain't cool. You don't have to do this. There's options." And that's what I do in my comments. I say, "Look, I'm not trying to tell you how to think. I'm telling you that there's options. You don't have to think the way that you were conditioned to think or how they told you to think."
And some people are snarky assholes like this guy who just fucking peeked
Yeah,
out.
that's the person that's just using the social climate to
The
get
loophole.
ahead. Yeah,
Yeah.
use the loophole like, "Oh, I'm gonna bring my peacock on it." Really, motherfucker? Like, even if you need that motherfucker, you ain't gonna be courteous to nobody else on the plane. You're gonna be a big fucking bird on the goddamn plane. That's being selfish, man. And if you say something you wrong, well, she's mentally and she needs to be.
Then maybe she doesn't need to be on a fucking plane. Maybe you should drive her ass to wherever she needs to go.
Yeah.
Exactly, but it's like I say.
Sometimes you just can't fly, man.
It's people that use shit. I seen this shit last night for myself. I went to the dispensary, and this girl tried to get in the dispensary, and she was mixed, half black, half white, and she didn't have the proper identification to get in, or identification was suspended. Something was wrong with her identification, and you know how the weed stores are. These motherfuckers getting raided if they do shit they ain't supposed to do.
Yeah.
So the dude wouldn't let her in. So she's like, "You're racially profiling me," and I'm like, "Oh my god, I hate when motherfuckers throw the race card out there." And it's frivolous. You know what I'm saying? You just trying to get over with the
It
race card.
devalues it. It
devalues it. And I'm just like, oh my god. And this little motherfucker, probably 2% black. You know what I'm saying? Just barely.
Ooh,
Something just happened.
headphone audio.
You too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, can you see us, James?
I can, but that's because somebody underneath the table kicked the power because the power light is no longer on.
Oh, that's not good.
Wait.
Wait a minute.
I think.
Is it now?
How about now?
Nope.
I plugged something in. I don't know what it was.
Did we lose power somehow?
It's this.
Yeah, it's that one.
Yeah, I plugged it in over here.
Did this shit to bed?
having technical difficulties.
I didn't do it. Oh, there we go.
There we go.
We're back.
Yeah. Show the picture on.
Ooh, so one of those outlets on that strip doesn't work.
Show a picture of like the drunk cameraman, like on the fucking Simpsons that they would always use whenever Krusty would like fuck up. And it's like a picture of a drunk cameraman being like technical difficulties, and he's like tripping over the fucking camera.
Oh God.
You know what I'm talking about?
Well, they had
Yeah.
a whole slew of them.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, like all the shows had them.
yeah. But
No. The Simpsons like mocked every one of them.
Yeah, we
I don't
didn't
know
know
what else you
they're
unplugged,
funny as
but I'm
fuck.
thinking it was the computer,
That's all that's
which is a
unplugged over here.
huge problem.
Uh
Did we lose audio? Can we still be?
We got audio. We just don't have.
oh, spaghettios and meatballs. Is it not working? Like,
No.
There's a this, but there's nothing to plug it into.
No, you don't want that.
Having
Everything
This
else
is fun.
Oh.
Episode 2. Working the kinks out.
Yeah, right.
I don't know, man. Everything is
I
plugged
can
in.
go hit the power button, but my face is going to be disturbingly close to your junk.
I washed my junk.
I'm sure my junk is the cleanest part on my body.
If you feel the warmth from it, you gay.
So upper right corner of that tower there, it's facing you, the upper right corner. You
Did I
can
hear
go
that
slip
right?
it, you
Yeah,
can
if you feel the warmth from
white.
it,
Yeah.
if you feel temperature, you homo.
Yeah. You get in this dick's atmosphere. If you get into his gravitational pull,
It's
I
good.
got it, Hamill. It's on.
You got it.
you got it.
Dun, 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 dun. Uh-oh.
We gotta wait for it to boot up.
So, yeah. So,
Well, audio's still going. What were we talking about before all
The
that?
show's still going.
yeah. That's going to be a... oh.
We were talking about how white women are the worst.
Yeah.
And I agree.
No, and it's but like
White women are
who
the
made
best.
white women?
They
that
are
way?
not.
White women are the best.
They're the greatest, generally speaking, until they open their mouth.
Nah, man. Let me tell you something.
No.
Let me tell you something. White women are riders if you can keep them. White women like to be kept. They're taught that they need to be kept.
Wow.
They are riders, but when you get to the point, and you don't have to be rich. I'm not saying you have to be rich. Whatever lifestyle they come into, you need to maintain that lifestyle, and you need to progress upwards. They'll be cool if you stay where you at. You better not go below that, because then that's when they gonna kill you.
Oh yeah, no, that's the
I seen it firsthand.
Or just get rid of your ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the thing about white. That's like I say, with black women, you just got to argue with the motherfuckers. It's what comes with the fucking territory. White women, they gonna argue with you too much. You know what I'm saying? They just do shit to wither away at your soul over time when they get, you know what I'm saying, get done with you. It is what it is.
Yeah.
And they want to make sure you destroyed, that no other woman wants you if they can't kill you.
Oh, when it comes to if there's any kind of divorce or whatever, they become more competitive than Michael Jordan at wanting to fucking destroy.
I mean, our divorce laws are written for them.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Prenups, you can beat prenups these days. You know what I'm saying?
Same thing with child custody hearings too.
Yeah, Joe. Yeah, the woman literally has to be a crackhead with nowhere to live for her to not get custody.
But you also have the proof of the fact. You know, you have to have a video of her doing crack.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, the proof of burden on the dude to prove that the woman is a piece of shit is really hard.
It's against, and then alimony is just ridiculous.
Alimony's the fucking stupidest thing ever. It's
the most dumbest thing. Literally, I know women that are getting paid alimony, and they don't get married purposely, because if they get married, then the alimony stops. So they'll just have a boyfriend forever, because they'll just keep getting that alimony money, or Social Security too. If someone dies and you get Social Security, you get that forever unless you get remarried.
Yeah.
And literally, and you could be married to a motherfucker for a year, and you have to pay them alimony for the rest of their fucking life.
Yeah. I mean, you can work it out in court so you can buy him out. I think that's what Kumia did, right?
No, he actually, from my understanding, paid it all.
Oh wow.
He paid her according to the bits I put together, over $1 million.
Jesus.
And it's all gone, according to him, and she has nothing.
I get
because she used it all.
The original thought of alimony. I get the original thought of it. Where you don't want to just throw that person out on the street just because it didn't work out. When you're together for super long time.
It made sense in a time when women couldn't work.
Exactly, that's what it was. But also, and we're still going off all those laws.
Yeah, but if you make all the money, you throw her out, now she has nothing. I mean, I get the core idea of it. It's just that it's taken such a weird turn to the point where now you got women who's the guy from the fucking Hustle and Flow and all that, fucking Howard?
Yeah,
Terrence Howard. He's married to some broad for 7 or 8 months. She divorces him, and now she wants alimony. Man, fuck you.
That's it. I don't know why I don't know why these
lifestyle.
I don't know why dudes get married. Joe, I tell motherfuckers, if we're not married by the time I get my money, cut it off, because you ain't getting married. I'm not getting married, because then you can't even gauge real love, because motherfuckers just, you can take care of me, so you can get any motherfucking woman you want in the world, because you can take care of her. They don't give a fuck about you. They just give a fuck about the lifestyle you can offer. So once I get my money, if I ain't got no woman then, I'm fucking everybody. Don't even look for a relationship with me, because I got what you want, so I can get what you gonna give me. I don't need to make the
commitment. I mean, that's fair.
Yeah.
I thought you had some pretty strong feelings on. You had a line that I still use to this day. Why would you want to bring the government into love?
Dude, I'll never get married.
Yeah, that's
for a completely different. Yeah, I got married and then I got divorced, and then all of a sudden, I had to go to court.
Yeah.
Because I fell out of love with someone. Now a judge has to decide how much I'm allowed to spend with my kids.
Yeah, it's a weird fight, right?
And what I have to pay for that. Dude, I'll never get married again.
Because what had happened was that women, it went from being a thing to protect women because they didn't have the right to work and shit, to a thing that women use to get control of men. That's why women need that title. They need the title of girlfriend because they feel like you get more privileges with that. And then when you marry, what you gonna do? Now you got to get a motherfucking lawyer to break up for me.
So I'll ask this because of something you said in there. Who has the power?
Who has the power?
Men or women?
Whoever makes the money.
No. How do I say this? You talk about in a conventional relationship.
I'm just saying, generally speaking, relationship by relationship, that's going to change. Woman could have the power in that, binary
this is what I believe.
situation.
This is what I believe. It's like I say, I think of things on a natural level. The man has to run a relationship. The woman has to want the man. She has to want to be with him, because if she doesn't want to be with you, then you have to work to make her stay. And that's a hassle to keep a woman happy. The woman has to look up to you. So women want to submit to a man. So you have to be respectful enough for her to look up to you and say, okay, it's okay for me to be feminine and push back because that's a man. I don't have to want for shit because that's my motherfucking man. See, this is the thing people understand. I have to be out in front of a relationship because the world is cruel. I have to take the bumps and bruises of the evil motherfuckers that's going to try to do shit for you. I'm protecting you, but your emotional power is what gives me strength. That's what being feminine is. It's your emotional power. And once you realize that and step into your power and give it to a man that's respectful enough to protect you, you got a beautiful relationship.
A Hamill?
I've been divorced, man. I've been through the ringer. I get it. Like, I mean, I get it's a bad idea.
But
I mean, in your relationship, who's charged? Like,
you know what? Honestly, like, I think it would probably be her. And the reason why I say this is because I always had a thing where I always feared like I was in trouble. There was a feeling I always had towards the end where I was like, "Am I in trouble or something?" Like, and that's
like you're a fucking kid. That's what I'm saying. When a woman is the head, she's treating you like a child.
Yeah.
Because that's her instinct. You have to. That's what I'm saying.
That's a weird feeling too.
It's an emotional thing. That's why you have to be a man that has the appropriate mentality to give her logic to those emotions. Because it's always going to be about the way she feels, not about the way it truly is. You have to give that to her.
Yeah. Well, that's. I mean, it's just that's how it kind of all went down. And I mean, it was a weird feeling to feel like that. No, don't get me wrong. It was very fucking bizarre towards the end. But like, I don't know why I allowed it to get that far. You know what I mean? I mean, that divorce is on me too. I mean, it's not like it's just, you know, oh, she sucks. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a huge fan of her, obviously. I have paperwork from the state of New Hampshire to prove it. But I mean, yeah, I mean, there were things I could have done differently. That should have, honestly, to look back on it, we should have never got fucking married. Honestly, that shit went way too far. I mean, don't get me wrong. You know, I loved it at the time. It was all, you know, fucking yeehaw, we're fucking great. You know, blah blah blah. But then, like a year after we got married, it was fucking went down the shitter. Because I think we looked at each other, both of us were like, we're gonna be with each other forever.
Yeah. Signing that paperwork brings you to reality. Like, damn, it's like closing that jail cell door. Like, boom.
Yep. No,
you're here now, bitch.
I mean, it's a good analogy, but yet women hate it though when you say that. But like, it is a good analogy though, because it's like you know, it's like this is what you're gonna be doing forever, barring a fucking.
And that's when it comes down to like when I see women, guys, it's like, oh well, my woman doesn't want to fuck me anymore. Doesn't want to do that. That means she didn't want you. She just wanted that relationship. She wanted the companionship. She wanted the marriage. She didn't want you. So now she's finna stop doing the things she had to do to get what she wanted.
So you're broaching on a different subject, but before we get to that, did you have any thoughts, Bear, on this one?
No, it's sound, man. It goes back to like what I was saying earlier about how men aren't men anymore.
Yeah.
Like I feel like a lot of, and I'm guilty of this one as well. Definitely, my last relationship is because I didn't play that role of like, let me take all these slings and arrows, let me like protect you, let me provide for you, let me do all these things. Like, it was almost a reversal of that, and that's why it didn't work.
Yeah, because some things just are the way they are. But I'm not saying it's like I'm an expert. I'm just learning this shit myself. But I'm making myself learn it. I'm doing the uncomfortable things. You have to let a motherfucker know what it is. Like, I'm not finna bow down to a woman. I'm not finna change myself to appeal to you. I have to give you who the fuck I am because you have to accept who I am. So I'm not finna sweet coat shit for you. You need to know the raw motherfucker you getting so you know what the fuck you buying into. So it won't be like you're changing on me. No, this is who the fuck I am. So I'm not finna come at you all sweet. I'm not finna do shit that I know I don't do up front to get your approval and then stop because it was phony fucked up shit because I was just trying to get your attention. I'm gonna come in the way I am.
Yeah.
No, it's a beautiful logic to it.
Yeah.
What you got, James?
I don't know if I really want to open this door.
Open it up, baby.
One of the things you said in there is you sort of broke down a lot of different elements in a relationship. So there's sex, okay? There is love, that in however you want to equate it. There's dependency, sometimes dangerous codependency. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of things, but what is to say that, okay, when we get married, historically, the way you look at it is like, this is the one person that is going to provide all of these things. They're going to provide my outlet for physical intimacy. They're going to provide my outlet for emotional love. They're going to provide my outlet for, sustained living as a partnership. All of these things, but does that have to be one person? And that's a big
Hey, let me tell you something. This look.
Why is that going back to the social norms that we talk about? It's like, because society told you. This is the biggest society told you.
I believe. Look, if I could get me a girl and have a girlfriend, I don't give a fuck if my girl fuck other dudes. I don't care. So if that's what she needs
that's
to
the
do,
hardest part.
And this is and you got, as a man, you got to have confidence in your dick, because this is the thing. We go after women's bodies. We do what it takes to keep their bodies. We don't get into their mind. She can go fuck another motherfucker and think about you. She coming home to you. I got your mind. You gonna take care of me. Your body is your body. Because I want to fuck other people.
So is what you value the most the mind? What if it's not?
I value the fact that I can trust in her to keep me afloat. Fuck the body. Go fuck somebody else. I don't give a fuck. Plus, I'm getting to the age I don't want to fuck no more. I don't want to fuck that much. 2 times a week. So how can I say you can't fuck because I don't want to fuck? And women back themselves into a corner with this monogamy, because the older I get, the less I'm going to want to fuck. The older you get, the more you're going to want to fuck.
But do you think that it is women that drive monogamy more than men?
Ooh, I think it's men because it's ego-driven.
I think
there are very few things that men can, like, hunt every day. Like, you can go out and you can hunt for a new car and you can haggle with that salesman and you can, like, win that war. You can hunt for your bride and you can keep your bride. No one else is going to touch your fucking trophy.
I think a lot of times as men, we let our egos pull us into traps. You have to tame your ego as a man, because it'll get you in trouble. You know, because we are men and our ego is everything to us. So a lot of times the decisions we make are ego driven. And you have to look at that and say, okay, what's best for me as a whole, not what's best for my ego. And so I look at the whole situation. I don't just say, you know, my feelings don't get hurt at all. I'm impenetrable being hurt. Unless a motherfucker I let in fucks me up, I just expect bullshit from people. So I'm already ready to accept it. So my feelings don't get hurt. So I'm not going to let a motherfucker hurt my feelings over some, I want to fuck another motherfucker. I don't give a fuck.
YouTube commenters, go for it.
As a guy whose divorce was basically because of someone fucking someone else, it's a weird one, man. I can't hang with that. I mean, you do you, but me personally, I can't. There's no fucking way.
You gotta have the body more than the mind. You want the mind. Body is sort of a nice tag on.
What the mind desires, the body will follow.
So, but your big red button is the body.
Not just that, but it's also time. Like that means that now you're putting some other guy ahead of me now. I'm your fucking number one. That's why we're fucking.
You are number one. But if she want to go out there and get some strange dick, she go out there, get some strange dick, come back home. You're number one. You're taken care of.
Yeah. But Hamill's keying in onto something that I have my own personal difficulty with is like, if it was just what you're describing, if she was just going out and getting strange dick, you know what? I'd be way okay with that. But it's when there's a secondary relationship that it's less defined. So. Before I mentioned,
but that's where you have to talk to that person, and y'all have to have an agreement to where this is what it is.
But that then becomes controlling. Like, this is what I want our relationship to be.
Yeah. No, but this is the thing. At any given time, if you want to go that way, go that way. I'm talking about we need to have a relationship. If we're together, we're together. If somebody comes along, you fall in love with that person, go with that person. I'll find somebody else. There's no restraints on what we can and can't do, but I don't want to tell you can't do this. But let's get together, decide what we're going to do, and we do that. And then if something comes along that you find better, that's your life. Go find out what's better for your life. I'll figure out what's better for mine. You can't be afraid to lose motherfuckers and lose pussy. Because it's not yours.
I can tell you that I'm open to a lot of these ideas because every relationship I had under the constraints of a normal relationship completely fell the fuck apart.
Because it makes no sense. It makes no sense in terms of just nature to be with one motherfucking person like that, man. Your love is only circumstantial. There's no such thing as what do they call it? Unconditional love. Yeah. Even love for a child is based on the condition that that's my child. There's no such thing as unconditional love, especially if I'm just coming in for companionship. Like, something will make me not love you because I'm a different person. So we can't get into the stage where it's like love prevails or love will suffice. It's not love. It has to be a logical decision. Yeah. Your relationship is meant to level you up. You shouldn't get with a motherfucker and go down or stay the same. If that motherfucker can't bring you to the next level, why you with that motherfucker? Because success, if you both say this is what we're doing, we want to succeed together, we want to build something together, that's a much stronger bond than we just love each other. Because love is conditional and it comes and goes.
Yeah, I must be the odd duck here because I'm like the only guy that's like, nah, no.
So what do you think? Just okay, give me your views on it. Give me your views, Sam.
Mine? All right. Well, I mean, like when you get in that relationship, when it starts like starting to like mature into something that's a thing, it becomes like they're like your teammate in like the life thing, like in life itself. Mm-hmm. And also if you're like, yeah, go ahead, fuck whoever you want, I don't care. I'm after your mind. Here's the problem: is like she might meet a dude who's got a dick that's just as good as yours or probably better, and then she's really into that guy.
But you talking about the body.
Yeah.
A good dick is going to be pleasurable to your body. But if you know, if you look at me as number one, you coming back home to me.
That's the thing is like, what happened is like you're basically you're it's the hole in the dam, and you're like, it's no big deal, it's just a leak. And then all of a sudden, wham, your whole life's fucking just shit, like fucking in shit again. And then you got to rebuild, you got to fucking...
No, the only how your life falls in shit, and you become too emotional dependent on that person. So when they leave, they're taking a big chunk of you. You cannot give a motherfucker 100% of you. You can only give a motherfucker 95%.
Yeah. I mean,
that's the thing. I don't understand.
You're inviting
there
disaster.
are 7 billion people on the planet.
You're inviting disaster.
I get what you're saying to an extent, but I also know at the same time, like, I know that I'm wired that if I love you, you're going to get 100%. And I've been destroyed more times than it's worked out, for sure. That's just how the math is.
Yeah.
But, like...
I'm not saying you're wrong either. It's just
the way I'm wired.
Yeah.
It's the way you're looking at these people as a possession. If they choose to be with you, that's something they're giving to you. They can take back at any fucking time.
Totally.
That's why you're destroyed, because you're like, oh, that's my thing that left me. Instead of you looking at like, well, okay, it's over with now. I got to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. But even like going, like even once you accept that, like when this ends, it's going to end. Like just knowing that everything is going to end.
Yeah.
Like I'd still rather like give 100% for the length of that run, and then like deal with 6 months to a year being like just a sad fat bastard.
Why the fuck would you go 6 months to a year being sad? It's over with. Move the fuck on.
Because if you put like 4 years into a relationship,
of 100%, you ain't got shit left for yourself.
Well, maybe, and I'm not saying I'm doing it right. I'm just saying that's how it does for me.
But that's what I'm saying. Like when you take that 1 year, you're not wasting anybody's time but your own.
For sure, but I'm also not diving into some crazy bullshit just because I think like
when you change your mentality of what a relationship is, it's not bullshit. It's an experience that you're having. So you just move from experience to experience.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like I know how my mind used to work versus how it works now. I made myself take 6 months because I knew I would just get into some crazy bullshit just so I would. It just sound like some shit a woman
to do. You know what I'm saying? Take 6 months, sit on the couch,
what I'm saying.
Eat ice cream and drink mimosas and shit, man. It's just you. I don't know. I just
people get over that kind of shit differently. Like I get over. I take it harsh. Then again, that's just what because I get so wrapped into it. I'm a lot like Bear in that respect. But
it's like I say, you have to teach. You have to teach yourself how to think to protect yourself, so things like that don't happen. It's not cool to just you wasting your time for 6 months. You're saying like I have to wait 6 months because this person hurt me and they're not with me anymore. Okay, fine. You just wasted 6 months to a year of your life when you could have been out there maybe possibly finding somebody else or having other experiences. Why let that person destroy you and waste your time? You said it's all about time. Then you just waste your time. It is what it is. Like once that person is gone, just like okay, take a couple days. All right, it is what it is. I'm about to get back out here because this is what I want. Now, if you just don't want to fuck with nobody, that's up to you too. But I'm not trying to not bust nuts. Where the fuck you keep getting these beers from?
I don't know what you're talking about. So we're at 7:15.
Yeah,
gentlemen.
Yes.
Do we want to take a quick break, or do we want to power through?
Power through.
Yeah, let's just.
All right. Well, I want to jump ahead to this headline then. Survey finds that the best female age for women are sex. Okay, sorry. I somehow transposed that wrong. Finds that best sex for female age is 66, and it's 64 for men.
A 66-year-old woman wrote this.
No, okay, hold on, tell me. There is.
Who did they survey? Like, what was the cross section?
Dude, I'm telling you, old people are
5,000
freaks,
people.
man. They're fucking freaks. When I used to move furniture, I used to move people in the nursing homes all the time, and those motherfuckers, dude, it's like a fuck fest in that place. Lights go out, dude. Old
yeah.
dicks and old tits come flying out, dude. It's
Well, no, this is what it is.
Yeah.
Because when we want to fuck, when we're supposed to fuck in our 20s and 18, 20, early 30s, women have that thing. So it's like, no, I want a relationship. But then once the estrogen starts going down and those testosterone levels stay the same, now they want to fuck like men want to fuck. So they out there doing all the shit they wanted to do when they should have did when they was 20 when we was trying to fuck. But now they out there trying to do it. But nothing beats a 21-year-old pussy.
Maybe, but okay. So to your point, we fuck at like our early 20s and we fuck like machines,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
We come quick, but we can go right again. When you're 64, you know you're doing like 90 minutes. Just you got the ab strength and you can just do that shit.
At 60, you ain't got no fucking ab strength at 64. Get the fuck out of here.
Pull that old man strength. Come
Let's
on.
pull up Rich Voss pictures.
Fuck that shit.
But you also experience.
I'm
like, you
doing
gotta
my
put-
best fucking right now. I'm doing my best fucking right now.
I'm a little out of shape when it comes to that. To be honest, like I've past 6 months been doing all right, but I sweat a lot now. I gotta fucking fix that problem. Jesus Christ. That's a fucking.
Hamill's like, I'm a fat, sweaty mess, and you
Dude.
fucking love me.
It was coming off my head like a Chinese water torture on that poor woman. Like the last time I was having sex with somebody.
That's the worst.
And I apologized, and it wouldn't stop. I'm like, I'm sorry, but
That's when you're supposed to express your emotions as a man when you come. That's it. That's why we act all crazy when we come.
Okay, terrific.
It don't take that much to goddamn get some nut out.
Is that's why like you start thinking clearly like immediately like after you nut.
Yeah, because you just had your emotional breakthrough.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, oh shit, oh.
Stop talking and start sucking.
Fun.
All right. What's the oh this one.
College tennis player suspended after telling black opponent, "quote At least I know my dad."
Oh geez.
During the match.
That's
Is that just talking shit?
that's hack as hell, but it's funny.
Yeah.
Is it talking shit though? Like it's not
it's
racist?
hack.
Look, let me just go. Let me go and make the black people mad right quick. Look, niggas need to stop it with this bullshit, man. Let these motherfuckers crack their jokes, and black people need to have some other cause than these moral victories they go after people for saying shit. You know what I'm saying? It's doing absolutely nothing.
So my question then is, do you think the opponent said something or somebody on the sideline
That
heard
nigga
it?
said something to him. Man, come on, man. You know black people. You know we always saying shit.
Or is that because he's a black that plays tennis?
I don't know, man.
You gotta be-
I like how you called him a black.
Yes, no, I have to because there's no way. East High School does not have a tennis team.
Niggas don't play tennis. I get what you're saying. Like it's not. It's just like you don't see no niggas playing lacrosse or no shit like that. You may see 1, 2, or 3,
Yeah.
but it ain't like a normal thing.
But if they do, they have to be so entrenched in a white culture.
Yeah,
Because that's it. It has nothing to do. It's like, yeah, there's plenty of examples. The Williams sisters, Tiger Woods, all top of their fucking game in those sports. They had to exist in such a white culture that when he heard this, he had to have been like, really? Heard that before.
yeah, it's hack. But it's the idea of it is funny. A white tennis player telling a black tennis player, "At least I know my dad." It's funny in theory, but it's hack. But it's funny.
But at least he said it to his face and like not like through like a headset
Yeah.
on fucking Xbox
This
Live.
is the type of shit I'm talking about. And it's like, did he go tell or did somebody hear this? Because if he wouldn't tell, he bitch made.
Well, see, that's what I think somebody
I
said
can't.
it.
Let me tell you
Somebody
something. I
told
can't wait for somebody to say some shit to me I don't like. Because I got a whole bunch of shit to say to you. I can't wait. I just say what you gonna say. I got way more shit to say than you. So come on with it.
Fucking gunslinger over here.
Y'all know me. Y'all see me at that.
Oh, yeah.
I be ready to say some shit.
Baltimore cops kept toy guns to plant just in case they shot an unarmed person.
I don't. Was that in the Wire? That was in the Wire.
Vice News reported on it. The whole deal. This is
Oh,
legit, and it was
man.
like it wasn't. no racism
this
or any
is
of this.
just-
Is like that's the way they handled it.
This is just what niggas have been telling y'all forever.
Yeah.
They plant guns on motherfuckers. They plant drugs on motherfuckers. And it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of this shit is just white America seeing what the fuck the police do. They just shut down that police group to where they was telling motherfuckers to shoot niggas and all sorts of shit. You got all these cops they get these text messages and emails where they just like they hate niggas. All these motherfucking cops come forward, and we knew it. Everybody knew it, and it's like now you seeing it.
I mean, it would also help though if like when this outrage shit happens, is that the right cases get picked, because like there's been times like the South Carolina one where the dude got shot in the back and then they dropped the taser on him. We talked about that for like 3 days, and that was it. That was pretty egregious. Dude, shut that fucking dude right. I mean, I was blatant as fuck. You know,
because don't nobody really give a fuck, man. Because it is, because it's one of those things to where you know it goes on, but when it's in your face, you got to act like, oh my god. But then as soon as everybody forgets, like, oh, y'all done? Okay,
Yeah.
let's go back to not giving a fuck.
There's the other ones though that like are kind of questionable that they ride onto. You know what I mean? And I don't know. It's